Let's first welcome Lisa Winfrey and Jimmy Green. Lisa, Jimmy, welcome to today's show.
Thank you.
Very happy to have you with us today to talk about a wonderful project that Brunswick Electric has installed a few years ago. It's the Warm Homes, Warm Hearts program. Tell us a little bit about the program, Lisa.
Well, this started in 2008. It's a employee and community effort to raise money to help the elderly, families that are going through economic hard times due to loss of job, medical expenses. It's a way to provide funds to help them with their heating bills of all types.
And Jimmy, how do you determine which families can receive this assistance?
We don't determine that, Brunswick Electric. That's determined by the agencies we provide the money to, and all that information is kept confidential.
And who are the agencies that you work with?
Well, in Brunswick County, it's Brunswick Family Assistance. In Columbus County, it's Department of Aging.
Now, some of our viewers may say, Columbus County, why Columbus County? Tell us about the districts that are the counties that Brunswick Electric services.
Well, see, we serve over 86,000 customers in 4 counties. That's Brunswick, Columbus, Bladen, and Robeson counties.
And so the Warm Homes, Warm Hearts program not only benefits Brunswick County residents, but also the Bladen County, Columbus County, and
Robeson County.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so people can donate money on throughout the year, or is it just as a specific time of year?
We start our program campaign in September, and it runs through March of the following year. In our newsletter that went out in January, there's an envelope and our plea for the year for people to donate money to the fund.
And is there a minimum amount that people can donate?
No, we have donations anywhere from $2 to $1,000.
Jimmy, how much money has been raised since the program started?
In the 3 years, we've raised over $253,000, and that's with Brunswick Electric's matching funds.
So Brunswick Electric matches funds, and I'm sure there's a limit of how much can be matched, but that is an awesome amount of money. That means many families are going to bed warm and waking up warm. So what a wonderful program that Brunswick Electric Membership Corporation is doing, as well as many other programs that you do. Let's talk a little bit about the savings program that was recently, I guess that was in 2011. Mm-hmm. It's a savings plan. If you've got a card, mm-hmm. Which we've got a sample of the card. It's an oversized mm-hmm. sample card,
yes.
But you can save on prescriptions. Mm-hmm. What other items can you save on?
Well, the local businesses participate in this as well, and it's not only local businesses, it's co-ops all over the United States that are...
that offer this card.
Thank you.
We're a good team here, aren't we? So, and they're everything from prescriptions to retail stores.
Right, to dine out, to all kinds of companies and businesses participate.
And how could our viewers get that card if they don't have it already?
All they have to do is be a member of Brunswick Electric. We did a mailing of those cards earlier last year, and when someone becomes a new member, they also get a card.
So if they don't have a card, feel free to contact us and we'll make sure they get one.
Mm-hmm. And let me ask you this, on that card, is there a website that they can go and actually see who is participating for the discounts?
Yes, they can go to our website, which is www.BEMC.org.
Very good. Now let's talk a little bit more. I want to know a little bit more too about the Warm Homes, Warm Hearts. You said that you reach out with Brunswick Family Assistance and then the Columbus County Council on Aging. And so they are able to provide family names, which of course are confidential. Okay. Are they seeing an increase in the need? With the economy being the way that it has been over the past few years, are they seeing an increase in families requesting this need?
I'm sure they are. We really don't have any information.
So they
about
don't
that.
provide like the stats on that of if it's increased 10%. Okay, I was curious about that because the economy has been, floundering for the past several years, and I know more and more people are out of work. And
exactly.
Exactly.
All we do is we provide matching funds up to $50,000, and we've not met the $50,000 yet, and we'd love to do that this year.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, tell us a little bit more about Brunswick Electric itself. How many years has it been in operation? I grew up here, and both of you did as well. I always remember BEMC. When was Brunswick Electric Membership Corporation formed?
Brunswick Electric Membership Corporation was formed in 1939.
1939. And today, approximately how many employees are there?
We have approximately 150 employees.
What a wonderful thing to have grown and grown with the county, supplying the electrical needs of all the residents of not only Brunswick County, but 4 counties.
Right.
And was the original location here in Brunswick County?
The original was in Columbus County.
In Columbus County.
Right.
And then branched out to include the other counties.
Correct.
But now your main headquarters is located here in Charlotte?
Well,
That's right.
actually in Supply.
In Supply. You want to give us that address?
That's, the physical address is 795 Ocean Highway West, Supply, North Carolina, 28462. But our mailing address is the P.O. Box 826, Charlotte, North Carolina, 28459.
Very good. And then if people wanted to make a donation, where would they mail that donation to, Jimmy?
The donation goes mailed to BEMC, Post Office Box 826, Charlotte, North Carolina.
826, Charlotte, North Carolina.
That's correct.
28470 or
28459.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, they can also make donations by putting it in an envelope and dropping it off at any one of our offices or dropping it off one of our night deposit boxes.
And I want to talk a moment, too, about the power stat locations. Is this a new concept? Because I'd only heard about it a few years ago, where you can actually go and buy your electricity as needed.
Yeah. We've been doing prepaid since 1989, and that program has been real successful for us. And we have 8 pay locations now, kiosks, where they can purchase throughout the counties. That program allows customers another opportunity to pay their bill. Instead of having to get that one-time-a-month bill, getting a surprise, they're actually in control, so they purchase as they need.
As they need, and
As
if
they need.
if they're on a set, tight budget and
Yes.
they have X amount that they know can be allocated, then they can actually control that.
That's correct.
That's a very interesting concept, but I would assume it's been very well received.
Very well received with our membership and our customers. It's a program that we started many years ago in '89 that we were one of the first in the nation to do. But the program has expanded now, and it's being done all through
So it's
the United
served
States.
as a model for other
Absolutely.
electric co-ops. And I would
Absolutely.
assume, do only electric co-ops provide this service, or any electrical company?
Any electrical company can do it. There are some regulations from some of the investor-owned utilities they have to work around, but they can work with it, the utilities commissions, and make that happen. So,
And in getting back to the history of Brunswick Electric, most of our viewers probably know it is a co-op, so you don't actually make profit.
No,
We are-
it's a not-for-profit organization.
Not-for-profit organization. So at the end of, I don't know if it's every year or every couple of years, you take that capital growth and you actually refund all of your
Right.
members. That is a phenomenal concept. It truly is. And I know we have another co-op utility company in the area as well. And I hear so many times people say, you know, what an awesome project that is, to be able to receive a check back.
see, Brunswick Electric employees are local, and it's a locally owned and operated company. And so whatever occurs at Brunswick Electric, we're affecting not only our members, but ourselves. And so that's very important to us also.
Jimmy, how long have you been with Brunswick Electric?
I've been with them 24 years.
And did you start in this capacity? What is your capacity there now?
I'm supervisor of field services and metering.
Did you start there?
No, I started meter reading.
Meter reading.
I
And I bet
started
you've
from the
got some
bottom.
interesting stories to
Started
tell.
from the bottom and worked my
You know,
way.
you always see the dog chasing the meter reader out of the property.
Been there.
You've been there. Now, and Lisa, you are local. You
Yes.
grew up in the area.
I did.
And how long have you been with Brunswick Electric?
I've been with Brunswick Electric for 23 years. I started out as a cashier. I actually filled in meter reading a couple of times because another employee, coworker, made it sound very intriguing, but it was not, because the dog chased me as well.
You too. So it
yes.
is true. So what we
Yes.
see and hear, it is true. The dogs will chase you.
They will.
That's
Chase
very
you.
funny. That's very funny. And now, what is your position with Brunswick Electric?
At this time, I am supervisor of the control center, which is the dispatchers. It's a 24-hour department. We monitor the outage maintenance system and security and things like that.
And I would assume that you always have a plan in place for emergencies as well during the hurricane season or anytime like during the winter when we could get an ice storm or a snowstorm. Heaven forbid we don't. But you have a plan in place so that you can bring customers back up as soon as possible. I'm sure that's very challenging.
It is challenging. It is our goal to get them back up as quickly as possible because we know the inconveniences that not having power presents. And so before a storm comes in, we actually line up other crews from other co-ops, other utilities, and have them on standby waiting for the storms to pass to bring them in to start working.
Well, and that's a very smart thing to do. I mean, a very proactive way to address those challenges. If you've got them on standby, then you know you're going to be able to count on them and to get us all back up as soon as possible.
And you have to act early because you have to consider there's other electric companies and co-ops where the storms are coming along that are also going to be scrambling, trying to get extra help as well.
And I'm sure you reciprocate that favor as well.
Absolutely.
You have an agreement in place to help other utility companies.
Our guys have gone to Virginia, they've gone to Mississippi, they've traveled to assist in whatever disaster may occur.
And I know you recently held your annual meeting.
We did.
I know it's always very well attended. Everybody says it makes a day out of it. They're like, we're going to the Brunswick Electric annual meeting, and this is where you elect your officer, since it is governed by a board as a nonprofit, and then you do all kinds of fun activities.
We do.
And this is an annual event, and it's always held
At the Odell Williamson Auditorium in September.
In September, very good.
Usually the third Saturday in September.
And before we close, I want to talk about the Warm Homes, Warm Hearts one more time because I think that's such an impactful program that you're doing in our county as well as in the region. No donations too small.
No donation too small.
So if our viewers are out there and they're like, oh, I could maybe give $5, but is that enough? It is enough because you'll match it.
That's right.
That's a wonderful thing.
$1 becomes $2, $5 becomes $10, 100 becomes 200, and 1,000 becomes 2,000. So it's great.
It is a great program.
And there's someone out there cold this winter.
Yes, there is.
And we can help them.
Well, I think that's a good thing, and I would hope our viewers would reach out and make those donations and support Brunswick Electric's efforts in keeping all of our residents warm and snug in our winter months.
And they do. We've had a really good turnout of folks wanting to help and assist. But we do also want to say one thing about that. They need to check with their tax consultant to make sure that it's deductible.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, when you do make donations like that with your tax accountants, you have to have a certain percentage that you can deduct. So you may make the donation of $10. All of that may not be tax deductible, but a percentage of it.
That's correct.
Or if I'm not mistaken, you have to donate a certain level before you can even take that donation. But I think everybody could handle a $5 donation.
Correct.
So I'll be giving you a check as soon as we're wrapped up. I'd like to make a donation, and I would encourage our viewers to do the same so that we can keep all of our residents warm in these cold winter months.
Very good.
Thank you both for joining us today. It's been a pleasure, and to learn more about Brunswick Electric.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.